Hi there, this is Diecast channel, and in this video I'm going to show you some more cars in the 1 to 64 scale. So if you like those cars, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, to give me a thumbs up, and also to click the bell for news. So let's take a better look at these cars. These cars are made by Mattel and are from the movies Fast and the Furious. I personally don't like this movie very much, but I really enjoy some of the cars the movie has shown. And these are some examples made by Mattel, which I think are very interesting. They're not exactly in a 1 to 64 scale. They are rather in a 1 to 57 scale, which is not a usual scale actually. But some cars are somewhat interesting, and some other cars have some issues I'm going to show you right now. So let's take a better look at each one of them. First car is this 1974 Escort, which is actually the English version. This car is also featured in that Fast and Furious movie. And this, it looks very nice, really. It's not in a 1 to 64 scale, and it's got some pretty good detail. The detail we notice is the headlights, the grille, and the auxiliary lights. They used to be in the Ford Escort, especially those ones used for competition. Ford letters here, they're painted on the rally stripe. Those rally stripes and those wheels with 4 screws. So those wheels are quite very realistic for this size model car. And the tinted windows, so we can almost see no interior, but this car actually has interiors. We can see the bucket seats, the windshield wipers, rear of the car, the tail lights, Ford logo, and very nice lines, and a very nice base as well. It's a plastic base, and it's got those mushroom rivets just like the other cars. This is a Mattel, but not a Hot Wheels. Second model is this Mopar. This is described as a 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner GTX, which I think is a little weird because this car was either a GTX or a Roadrunner. Well, the Roadrunner would be the simpler version, and the GTX the more luxurious version. This car is not exactly a good reproduction of the Plymouth, of the 1970 Plymouth. It resembles a sort of a mixture of a Plymouth with a Dodge Dart. It doesn't exactly look like the real Plymouth actually. The lines in general are the Plymouth lines. It's the B body. It's in 1 to 57 scale. As we take a look at the front of this car, we can find a slight carve here in the hood that resembles the 1970, 71, and 72 Dodge Dart. So I don't know why they've made the car like that. The front grille is a Plymouth grille, but it's a little bit too narrow. The headlights are pretty good. The bumper is pretty good. I just don't know why they've made this slope here in the hood, because the real Plymouth doesn't have it. The wheels are custom. The vent window is very slight. The mirror here is awful, really. And the slope here perhaps should be a little bit more inclined. So this car, if you look at this part, it resembles a little bit more a Dodge Dart than the Plymouth Roadrunner actually. The rear is okay with the tail lights, and the rear window seems to be a little bit too narrow. So this car really has got some design issues. Speaking of scale, this is the Mattel Plymouth, which is more a 1 to 57 scale, and this is a Hot Wheels Plymouth. We can see they're very different. This car doesn't have the same sort of issues that the Jada cars have because the proportions are pretty much correct. It's longer than this one, but it's also wider. So it's proportional. It's according to its scale, really. But the car as a whole doesn't look bad. So this is what they call the Ice Charger, which is actually a 1968 Dodge Charger that's been modified to be a car that's able to run on ice. It looks, let's say, a little weird. It looks a mixture of an armored car with a race car with all those modifications they've made for the movie. 1968 front, it kind of resembles a 1970 Charger front instead of a 68 really, but it's okay. The hood is modified. The fenders with those skirts are modified. The doors pretty much stuck. And the rest of the car, the only resemblance we have of a Dodge is these body lines, tail lights and bumper. But there's a bunch of equipment here. I don't know exactly what they're for. If you're a Fast and Furious enthusiast, just let me know in the comments below what are these for and what you think about this car. Those windows with all those rivets. So it looks okay, really, as a modified car. Base is pretty nice. It's made in plastic with those mushroom rivets. The next Mopar I have is a 1970 Charger that's painted in gray primer with a black hood that would be probably a fiberglass lift-off hood, just like we find in those Plymouths Roadrunner and a Dodge Super B 6-pack or whatever. This car looks pretty okay, although it's got some differences between this model and the stock 1970 Charger. Front grille mesh is pretty much custom with a hidden headlights. Directional lights for 1970 69 are below here, just like this one. But these ones look like the ones of the 68. And this door is also a 68 and 69 door, is not a 1970 door. So this car could be rather a mixture of those 3 years since several parts are interchangeable. Lift-off fiberglass hood that resembles pretty much the original hood. The clips are nice. There are no windshield wipers, a vent window, and the mirrors that resemble those ones used in competition. 1970 taillights and bumper, and a plastic base. It's pretty much okay. And my favorite one, that's the other 1970 Charger that was used in several movies of the series with the blower in the front and all painted in black. This one looks awesome, really. Custom wheels look okay, look nice actually. A door that's 68 and 69. Vent window that's closed, just like the old Johnny Lightning cars. The blower looks very nice. Hood is pretty much stock, just cut for the blower. And the front, that really resembles a 1970 Dodge Charger with the headlights open. Directional lights, just like those ones in 1969 and 1970. Both front and rear. Tail lights. So the car is pretty much stock, just with modifications. Windows are not so transparent, so we can't really take a peek at the interior. So, analyzing those cars from 0 to 10, I would give those cars, let's say, a 7 to an 8, really, in average. I really like those Chargers. Those are my favorite ones. This Ice Charger, I really don't care too much about it. This Ford Escort looks pretty awesome. This Plymouth has got some issues, but looks quite nice. But in general, those cars, I would say, they're pretty much honest for their price since they're not very expensive. So let me know what you think about those cars, about this video, and about the movie itself. And if you have some more information about those cars, just write them down in the comments below. So I'd like to thank you for all views, for all likes, for all subscriptions. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, to click the bell for news. Give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.